Well, test. All right, we got some audio issues, but it's all saved in there. I don't know, Mercury retrograde is coming, so I believe that's what we are going to be experiencing a lot of technology issues, which is today has been kind of like a coming up with this. It's all good, right? Thank you so much. If you somebody can tell me if the audio is okay, that would be nice. I will be appreciate it during the lives in there, but they're monitoring, so should be okay. Um, where should I start? Yesterday we had, if you haven't watched the yesterday's report, can I give you a little bit of rundown? That was the moon when I moved from Leo into Virgo. A lot of divine energies, a lot of wisdom that was in there. What are you going to do with that wisdom today, though? We're going to have the moon in the morning moving out of that wisdom, and she's going to be looking at, okay, what should I do? The moon is going to be start at the end of the day. Is going to be starting to opposing the sun. We are going to be going to a full moon at Virgo. We're going to feel it very intense energies, particularly after 11, 12 o'clock midnight. Overnight, I'm expecting a lot of kind of like shake-ups, energies, waking up, a lot of things inside because this is about the parts of what I need to do, parts that I need to do, and so on. Uh, Stephanie, thank you, thank you. You say it's not that loud. Let me see if I can achieve something right in here. I think right now is going to be actually perfect. I'll let me know if that adjustments was there. And Stephanie, I want to say thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. Even maybe it's too much. Okay, I can see the barometer here for the audio in there and so on. All right, that should be perfect there. I hope that it's not even too much overboard with this, but should be all right. Perfect. All right, let's go. Let's go get in there. So the intuition, it's going to be looking at it's going to be looking at to organize things. Okay, we are talking about the moon and Virgo, and I'm going to be stopping because for a second in there, what's happening with the Virgo? It's the Virgo knows how to organize things for the better, and now with this energy is for the better. She takes the energy that is from Taurus. Okay, we're talking about the Earth signs up here. Taurus, that is that energies when you actually going providing and so on, and you're wondering and things like this. Aries is the warrior. Mars is ruling there. So now we have the Venus coming in and ruling Taurus. It is about we have to provide the love towards the nature, and you have to love what nature gives you. That's what Taurus is respectful towards the nature 100%. But what is that, the Virgo? The Virgo is the one that came up with the idea, I believe, of creating farming, creating. You don't have to go, you need to save your time, beginning to use the logic of organizing. So now, since we have the moon and that is going to be at Virgo and opposing the sun, that is going to be that direct link. How should I do these things? But what we have in it here, it is that the moon it's going to be squaring Jupiter. And this is what you're going to be finding it. Why is so hard to grow? Why is so hard to make things? Why is so hard to do things that I needed to be getting it done? So this energies a little bit is gonna be been I would say like intense. You're gonna be feeling it out because your intuition and authority is gonna be fighting who's first has to grow up. You have to grow up within this, and this is gonna be this energy of the full moon in there. This is gonna be so intense because it's gonna be required a lot of logic, but it's also a lot of psyche, a lot of mental work And when the intuitions and the authority is going to be clashing in there, we also have the clash between the moon and Saturn. Okay, what I know, it's not what it is, and but what it is that I need to know. So now you have this polarities in there of learning how to listen, learning how to listen in a way, in a proper way. And this is going to be the part of grow up. It's to really listen the spirits from within from yesterday, because right now that wisdom that is going to be coming, and it's going to tell you, you're going to fight, you're not going to be going through problems, through challenges, but you need to trust the divine energies within you. So this is what it's going to be. Without other ado, I'm going with the chart, because kind of like I took off a little bit because I had a hard time. To be honest with you guys, I had a hard time to pinpoint how to represent you these energies, because there is so much. I mean, these energies that we are right now, they are so rich. Okay, you can have a mental upgrade, psychological upgrade. You can have spirituals upgrades. You can have everything that it's out there require these mental processes that we are going on. And with Mars has been in a Cancer, is the same time you want to do it kind of like a soft. You cannot do it with this, typical masculine energy with force. Come on, hurry up. What's going on with this? What's going on with that? No, no. We're talking about compassion, patience, and let the things to unfold itself. And at the same time, we have Venus that it's going retrograde. It's like, what is my emotions with the love? So right now, with that energies of the moon, we have that beautiful Virgo's energies that it's pointing out towards Venus and Mercury, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna be staying the course with the divine love. That's what I need to do. That's what I'm gonna be going. That's what I'm gonna be getting it done. But you're gonna be going through a test, because the moon squaring Jupiter is about what the areas of concerns I have not grown, and you might maybe coming out to you. It's maybe gonna be triggering to you. And you're gonna be seeing it during the full moon, which is gonna begin tomorrow. But that edge of midnight, you are gonna feel it. Starting after 10 o'clock at night, you're gonna feel it even earlier, but mostly it's gonna be around 10 o'clock. It's gonna be start piling that forces of the full moon, and things are gonna be of these organizations. Because don't forget about it, who is Astrea? Okay, Astrea comes in the golden ages of the humanity to create and help the humanity to organize. She came from the heaven. Okay. But the humanity is like, oh no, we don't need to organize. We don't need somebody to tell us what to do. We know the best. So Virgo is like, okay, you want to know how to do it? I'll come back in 2,000 years. Let's see how you guys going. That's how it is. Okay. So right now with that energy is gonna go through the day. We're seeing these energies of Taurus. I was talking about this Taurus, Virgo's energies. The midheaven is going to be at Capricorn. That is that energies of organizations on Earth. Okay, appreciate Mother Nature, help the Mother Great Nature, grow the Mother Nature, cooperate with Mother Nature. That's it. Go with and go back into. That's what the Earth was created, because the environment of the Earth doesn't exist. Guess what? None of the other energies is gonna be exist. If the air it's missing, there is other energies. They're gonna be all going out. Okay, it's gonna be one just dead stone. Okay, simply like Mars. Okay, guys, and if the fire is not there, we're not having that warmth, right? The same thing is with the water. Nothing can survive without water. The water is the creating of life. That's what are the first bacterias. They're beginning to have a life. Okay. So now we are getting into these positions, to our understanding of that creations of what we need to be. All right. 9 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with Pluto. Things has to be transformed and changed and evolved. Of course, there is. And we have to use what? Growth. Okay? Growing up is not only due to mature. Growing up is also evolve. Growing up is always is also go into the next stage. And since Jupiter right now, it's looking to the North Node in there, and Neptune is like, here is the point where you need to grow. You need to grow that mental state of you are a soul that has a body, and you have a great experience on Earth. Okay? But you gotta be friendly. You're not a friendly, then the situation it is. And now the intuition is looking at that growth is like, oh my God, what it is. So you're seeing it that the moon, it's also sextiling Mars, Mars sextiling Uranus. Uranus, in some way, it's sextile the Sun um, and Saturn. Now within those energies there, you're seeing it how this all energies it's cooperating, but that also creates this energy pretty much as like angel wings. So with these situations in there, we are going to be seeing it how those actions is going to be played. But the actions is going to be in the base of what I need to grow, what area of concerns. In order you to know what area you need to concerns to grow, you have to see what it's not growing. And that is going to be that moon squaring Jupiter. Okay, that's what this is. It's gonna coming out to you. Pay attention to some of the patterns and the thought processes that goes on with in your self. Soul full of cherries. Thank you for increasing the value. You're welcome. You should say thank you to Stephanie because she helps out to tell me how much it need to be. I think that right now that everything is okay, but appreciate it, and I want to apologize again for it. But we're seeing it in the next hour at 10 o'clock, midheaven going into Aquarius. That is a divine energies of Mars. Hopefully, you're getting it that during those hours, these energies of Cancer going into Aquarius, they are very, very, very powerful. Okay, that is a you beginning to understand that is something else. I gotta have not only wisdom, but I have to do something else within the family development. This is gonna be some very good guidelines for the masculine energies in there within you. If you are feminine, it's about to understanding what the masculine is talking about. Okay, you will see it. It's gonna coming out. Of course, Mars is cooperating with the authority and Saturn right there. This is kind of like the president and chief of staff. Okay, those are the two right now. It's a take a look at it within you. Okay, you also have a chief of staff in you as an archetype. Okay, things that how I'm gonna put this, how I'm gonna put this. Your chief of staff controlling others. Okay, that's also Saturn. All right, get to that. That little advisor that advise your authority how who what's supposed to be. Okay, you might not seeing it, but it's still this hidden energies of Saturn in there that it's coming in and shows up when it's supposed to. I hope. All right, 11 o'clock. We're seeing the energies that the midheaven is going to a Pisces. That's the ascendant is at Cancer. We're seeing this energy of Venus squaring that ascendant. And those are the cardinal things that needs to be looked out. In this hour, you may gonna feel a little bit emotionally down because it's like, oh, it wasn't right within the family, or it wasn't right within the situations. I wasn't right. Can you look at it? Some of the things you weren't right the way you thought the things were, because you interpreted the current things in there that you see within the family. Maybe you didn't get it the right picture. Maybe you did not understand the full extent or something or full emotions unprocessed within. And now you're going to be seeing it, what you need to do. So Venus going to a retrograde together with Mercury. This is a very, very powerful event. I'm telling you guys, after those two finish their retrogrades, we are going to be having a tremendous, all of a sudden, growth. Okay? All of a sudden, there's going to be things that it's going to be growing up like no tomorrow. Because this is a happening between Aries and Pisces. This is kind of like we're going back into the universe level of the way we came from the dead and now we are risen. Okay, if it has to be kind of like these expressions in there with this, it's kind of like he rose from the dead. All right. I don't want to try to too much into religions in there because it's so many has been with this, but hopefully you see what I'm saying. It's chance for you to go out there and really rebuild yourself with this. It is a birth portal. Okay, that is the portal when the soul enters the earth. This is when the soul enters and you're born. That 30 degrees Pisces and 0 degrees Aries is considered the beginning of life. And what are you beginning the life? When you come out of your mother, the very first time it's like, "Wah," right? And then open the eyes, and then you see the ascendant. For the first time, you see the light, okay? Because you've been through the darkness, all right? And this is why it's so crucial to understand the power of the mother, okay? Because she is giving you the emotions when you are inside. That's the only thing you trust, okay? And this is why it's the connections with your emotions. The emotions creates the energy creates this. But whatever emotions you learn through your mother and so on, that is affecting you within yourself. These are amazing times. Will this be the beginning of the age of Aquarius? Age of the Aquarius is already begun. We have Pluto that it's in an Aquarius, the transformations within Aquarius. He's not going to go back in there. We had some 2 years when we were introduced to this and a little bit because he was back and forth in there pretty much. But right now we are going full speed. Okay, whoever learned with those processes right now that a follow up is to be having that reward, and that's what happened. It's going to happen in the next year and a half when the both Saturn and Neptune, they're both going to be crossing to Aries. They're not going to go back anymore to Pisces. So do your work. I don't want to be in there, and you're going to be really doing some great work, I hope. Because right now with this Pluto and Aquarius, we are seeing it a very, very powerful new energies. But it's kind of like a very interesting because we're feeling it, those energies of Aquarius. We're trying to bring it up, we're trying to bring the level. But there is some quite a few people that don't get it. You need to understand, you're going to understand the level of the vibrations as where they are. And if you are given a little bit more advanced, it's premature advanced information, so not a lot of people will understand. So if you feel it in that way, you will understand where you have to balance yourself. Maybe you have to nudge a little bit because we are talking about new understanding that it needs to be given to the people in a form of a human language so it can be understandable. Okay, even though that it's sort of complicated, advanced ways. Those who have Aquarius energies within you, we're talking about primary. If you have Jupiter, if you have Saturn, if you have your moons are there, if you have Mars in particularly, that is the driven actions is in there too. Look at it what you have in Aquarius. Where is your Aquarius is in your charts? You guys know that you can reach out to me. I can help you with this in there. But that can tell you of area of concern you're going to be growing. Okay. So, for example, if that is going to be Aquarius is going to be your fourth house. This is about to create this Aquarius environment improvement. And you're going to be striving for making all the innovations in the world, bringing into the family. Okay. If that is going to be the sixth house, you're going to be looking the most advanced ways of healing people. That is in the seventh house. It is about the new advanced ways of doing marriage, relationships, contracts. If that is in the 12th house, you're bringing really the spiritualities in there.
Okay, so whatever you have there, it's important. But currently, it's also very important. If it's Aquarius in the third, you're going to be talking about the socializing, being within a social media, doing the social things, the social events, socializing with others. But it's one to be a one problems in there that could be not taking the things personally as Gemini's does. Okay, because Aquarius, when they don't understand them and they think that they did something wrong or they taking it personally in there, oh, they getting right away. They're like, I'm avoiding you. Okay, I don't want you. I don't want to talk to you. You don't understand me. I'm too advanced for you. And you're giving the new ideas, particularly those are people who have Aquarius in the third house, because they are very, very advanced. They're giving these new things to people, and people like, what are you talking? What are you smoking? Where did you get this from? You're just an advanced, they don't get it. But the thing is, you have to learn the language. You have to learn the communications. And Stephanie, if you have anything else in there in the third house as a planet or in anything else in Aquarius, you should take a look more deep within this. But your third house in there is going to be telling you that you need to look with kind of like a looking at in the across the border. What I'm talking about across the border, you look at it in your ninth house. What is there? Okay, because your Aquarius energies will determine how you're gonna be doing it. That energies across the border within Leo. And here is that the personality in there. You may have to take a look at it and look at that spirituality to advance. But this could be leading into the portions of oh my God, this report is gonna be long, guys, but I think that's gonna be worth it. I'm talking about that this Leo's energies in there in the ninth house. That's gonna be when I develop my spirituality, when I grow up, when it's myself. But it's also required to see what is my work with the kids because it's much better to coach a kids in the new age of Aquarius compared to people who already been through a lot of years and so on, and they have this stagnancy kind of like energies within them that it's hard to change. Okay, it's gonna take more time, more pressures, more work compared to this work with children that they need to be learned the proper way of the age of Aquarius, and this is gonna be happen particularly with people who have Aquarius as the fifth house. They're gonna be seeing it. It's gonna be some challenges there, but yeah, it's good questions, guys. I like it. Uh, Stephanie, it's astrology, okay? Astrology is astrology. It's knows its things. And I'm so happy that we are doing this astrogravity astrology. Hopefully that in the future, gonna teach some people and so on. We'll see how that's gonna be, but I don't want to be this kind of like a premature situations in there. But yes, you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome, and hopefully that will help you in that journey. All right. 1 o'clock. Let's go back into the report, guys. Okay, 1 o'clock. We are gonna have that Leo Pluto situations in there. If you have anything in the first degrees of Leo, you are like, oh my God, I have to see what it's on the other side. Okay, because you see this energy of the ascendant, but the descendant is what you is within you. All right, you don't realize in that, and the sense that this is this union with the both Lilith and Libra. Right now, it's like, oh my God, I really have to change myself within my relations and within others. I see my shadow and I see the truth. Because if I don't see it, I'm gonna get to that North Node. And now the only way is gonna be these divine energies. And this is why if you're Leo right now, particularly have this Leo's energies in there opposing Pluto, you may gonna have some hard times
particularly with relationships right now. Okay, those kind of like energies, they're gonna be intense. But for us, we are gonna have a midheaven. It's gonna be with Venus. You will understand that Venus going out with the retrograde is a part of the journey. It is a part of you to go back. That is that adult when I finally understand. I have to go back and see myself as a soul, to see my energy as the soul, to see what is going on with my mental, psychological, energetic soul, with my spirit. Okay? For some, this is going to be what's called the midlife crisis, but this is a midlife realizations. And now the energy is supporting us and the humanity. So a lot of generations to do this all of a sudden. You're going to be seeing a lot of self-realizations is going to be coming in. Not what is out there, but realizing what is not. And this is what's going to happen in the Pisces in the next month. We're going to be finding things that it's not. Whatever their representative wasn't. Okay? So, for example, you get something and it says like, oh, it's organic. And you go back home and you're scanning the code of, they put in the fruits, those little stickers in there, scanning the sticker and it says like, oh, it's a GMO. And you're like, well, I paid for organic, right? And now you're like finding the things that is not true. So that's what it's kind of like similar energy is going to be with this Venus. All right. The next hour, this is going to be at 2 o'clock. Midheaven's going to be with the Chiron, unhealed things. Yes, they're hidden in the shadow. They're hidden in the Lilith. Okay. It doesn't matter what the trauma, the drama, and so on. It's hidden because it's painful. You don't want to feel this pain. You don't want to hear this pain. You don't want to see this pain. I get it. But that doesn't mean you have to carry it with you by bury it in the shadow because that energy is working within the subconscious and that energy of the subconscious in there affecting your consciousness choices. But you don't realize it now. Okay. And this is why when the dark moon Lilith is going to be entering Scorpio, we are going to be having a year and a half going in through, oh my God, a lot of things. But this is going to be it's going to be a beauty in there because we are going to be investigating ourselves. We're going to be investigating the intimacy. We're going to be investigating the spirituality, the merge of the soul. And that's what Scorpio wants. Scorpio doesn't want only intimacy. He wants to go down deep into the soul. Okay. And look what you have at Scorpio. That will be telling you what you are going to be transforming yourself into it. But in order to transforming that energies of Scorpio, you have to look at it, Taurus. Who is in Taurus? Uranus. So this is a very good timings for all of us to grow. Yeah, exactly. All right, 3 o'clock ascendant that it's there. It's gonna remind us about the divine energies. We're seeing it that the moon is beginning in there. We're seeing it that this Virgo's energies that says like I need to organize things, but mentally the authority is not in a right mindset. Now what should I do? Okay, this is like you're working, you know what you need to do, but your boss is out of order mentally. And you're like, you probably feel those energies. Oh, hi, Jenny. Thank you for coming in. And now you're seeing it that it's like he needs to grow. Okay. He needs to grow. He needs to be in this, that authority of yourself in there. And you're probably going to be seeing it for. And with those energies, the midheaven that is going to be at Capricorn is like, okay, do your job. Okay, just do your job. Do your things. Don't worry about it. And with those energies, we are going to be seeing it that it's going to be leading into Mars. Mars is going to be going to Uranus, and Uranus is going to be going to the authority. We're going to be seeing it this moment. because Mars is going to be the mediator. So basically, you're going to be seeing it this situations. All it's going to be how much your Mars is actually active in a base with this. So yeah, hopefully we all gonna be learning these processes. And here is the time that the ascendant at 4 o'clock is gonna be showing up. That we need this Age of Aquarius transformations. We can't go without it. You see, when we do what we can do, all of a sudden we're hitting these limits, hitting these walls. It doesn't matter how they are, and it's like, okay, at the current moment, the present of time, that's all we can do. And here is Aquarius, it's coming. No, there's gonna be more. Give me a minute, let me think about it. Let me get this download. Let me just, yeah, I got it. Here, how what we gonna do it. And everyone's like, how did you get all this? How did you come up with all this? And I don't know, I've just had it, right? And that's what the people with down the energies on Aquarius is gonna be coming up with. Okay, those are the people who first is going to lead. But now this beautiful energy of the ascendant is going to be showing like, hey, look at that transformations, look at that things that needs to be. And of course, we're going to hit the wall, and doesn't matter how it's going to be. That's the midheaven, it's with Jupiter, and the ascendant is with the moon, beginning to feel these energies with the sun. This is going to be at 5 o'clock. Even though that it's still not full moon yet, but we are going to be able to see it as a full moon. The midheaven is with Jupiter. Jupiter says like, dear intuition, you have to find different road, but not the confrontation. You need to find a mediators. You need to find different things. And what do you find? The moon is sextile with Mars. Mars, it's trining the sun. The moon, it's trinic Uranus. Uranus is sextile the sun, and they have the angel wings. So basically, the warrior and the universe combined together. With the work from the intuition, they're going to be going into the sun in a way that the sun working with the universe and with the warrior. Okay, it's going to be working within the intuition, and the things is going to be, oh, we have a problem. We need to grow in certain areas. We need to mature in these areas. We got this download from yesterday. That's what this energy from yesterday was coming in. But now let's go through this time. Let's figure out what's not working, so we will know what to work on it. And that's how it's gonna go. It's not that complicated in there, but you have to open, okay? Open your mind. All right? Who's gonna be open your mind? Neptune and the North Node. Because now you see that the Neptune and the North Node in Pisces is telling you the purpose, you to be reborn. Okay? You went from these energies of Aries into Pisces as the North Node, because the North Node, it says like, oh, you acting like a little child. All of you out here in the world, you haven't been. You forgot where you came from. I'm gonna send you to the soul. And that's what the North Node did. You went through the portal of birth to go back in there. Okay, go back and shift in there. You went into this parts of relationships, and it's like you have a problems in relationships because you haven't organized yourself. And this is why the South Node right now it's in Virgo. You to put your stuff together, if you know what I mean. Boy, today it's a good energy for extended astrology report. All right, 6 p.m. We're gonna be seeing it, the situations. Of course, you guys know 4 hours, 5 hours the most. The energy that you see on the ascendant is gonna be coming into the inner work. You have like 4 or 5 hours. Basically, the energy is telling you what is gonna come in. Okay. So the midheaven that it's in Gemini, it tells like duality, but through duality you resolve a lot of things, because through the duality, damn if you do, damn if you not, you still have to do the work. Okay. So we're seeing this intense energies, the lack of organizations, the past. We're seeing it where we have to go through it. It's like, sometimes you maybe sit down in there, it's like, oh my God, What should I do? Should I do this or should I do that? Should I go with the career? Should I go with this? Should I go with socializing? Should I go do this and that? And there is 1,000 things. And every 1,000 things, you have two different mindsets. Okay. And now it's like, how am I supposed to organize all this? It started from one. You. Your own authority. Okay, not the collective energies, your own authority, and that is going to be bringing you up in there. That's going to be bringing you to these levels of consciousness that you need for that purpose in life. Okay, so you will be feeling it what is standing on your way with that energy. We're going to be talking about later on at 11 and midnight energies that it comes in. All right, next hour, 7 p.m. Midheaven, it's in Cancer. That is going to be square the ascendant at Libra in Venus and Mercury. Yeah, but I didn't get the love. What love? What is your things about love? The physical love, the physical needs. You're missing your mama. That mama doesn't came in, and every time you cry, you need the attention. And now from that, every time you cry, mama's gonna come and hug you because you are afraid to be by yourself. Now you're 2 years old and there, and you are like, what am I supposed to do, right? I'm gonna get to mama. But now it's time for you to grow up on your own. It's time for you to see it because this kind of like an energy affecting your relationships with others. It's affecting these family patterns. And you're like now, oh my God, I have to go back into the spirit. I have to go ahead and see it, what I need to do. Yeah, don't communicate intensively with the partners right now because all these energies that we're talking about, Aries, it's going to be at the seventh house. That is a what are the relationship contracts, and it's like you are like, oh my God, what the hell, is going on? One thing we talk, something different is happening. You need to learn how to mature. Thank God that Jupiter is right now sextiling Venus, and that's kind of like let's act in a little bit more mature way. Okay, so please don't respond to those energies, but seeing it because that's going to be showing the area of growth. 8 p.m. the midheaven is going to be with Mars. Now that square with the ascendant, it's opposing with Venus. Mars is like, what should I do? He doesn't have that energies anymore with Venus. It's like I see that Venus is in a bad ways, but I cannot help it. She needs to learn how to help herself. And this is gonna be this masculine energies right now that you may gonna feel like I'm out of this. But you also have to look at it, your understanding. If you're masculine, your understandings about the feminine energies within yourself. That sometimes the female has to man up, grown up. Okay. And right now, this kind of like of energies can be a little bit of tough on the feminine side of the perspectives, okay? But we have to have the courage, the honor, the strength as Mars. It's moving in through there, okay? Because things it's gonna be great after this. All this thing is gonna be done because we are gonna have a lot of processes. The sun is gonna be passing through. We are gonna have the new moon in areas in there. We're gonna be moving within that. All right, but we have to go back in there for something. Whatever that something is, it's gonna be revealed in itself. All right, 9 o'clock ascendant there. It's going to be at Virgo, at Libra, I'm sorry, together with the Lilith is about the truth. It's coming from the North Node and the universe. The universe wants to be the truth. The truth is nothing but the truth. Okay? To have the balance, to have the right things. Is anything wrong with that? No, I don't find it. Who finds it there is a wrong thing? The self, the development of self that was improper. And we're seeing that with the midheaven that is at Leo. Talking about the ego development. Okay. And now, since that energy is going to be opposing Pluto, guess what happens? That energy of the midheaven right now, it's sextiling Venus and it's sextiling the Sun and Saturn. It says, like, hey, that's how we're going to go to the transformations. I need to put the authority of the soul within me. Okay. So the growth is already started. The part of the growth in there is first finding out what you need to mature. When the things are not working, there is this moment of stopping. It's like you stopping looking at in there. That was a when the planets are stopping. That was a few days back when the Venus all of a sudden stopped. It's like there is something is not right. I'm doing this, I'm working on this, I'm getting at this, and there is no result. That is a one of the growth starts. When you're realizing certain things doesn't growing. Okay, not when you actually go through the all the process in there and start creating actions of in there, because with that moment when you're realizing you're losing or something, or something is not growing a particular way within yourself, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. Some of the people are like, I'm going to fitness, yoga, I'm gonna be go hiking, I'm gonna be this and that, distractions or improvements and so on. When the problem is could be simply a mental problem, a simply unprocessed emotions in there that require you to go deep from within your soul to see the things from the soul perspective. Because it doesn't matter how much you're gonna go to the gym, it doesn't matter how much you're gonna go to yoga, it doesn't matter none of that. Because the problem is none of that. But the problems they have effects over the physical. And this is why these beautiful energies right now within Pisces, and particularly within Virgo, because Virgo is the physical health, Pisces is the psychological health. So now those energies of Pisces, they are pointing out towards the physical, right? We're going to have the intuitions there. It's like, hey, my body hurts. Well, if your body hurts, what have you been thinking to attract that energy? What happened within there? Okay. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this internal processes, but everything is going to be leading to this point about the truth. Okay. All right. Next hour, 10 o'clock at night, midheaven, it's moving in through Leo. Beautiful energies with Saturn. We see a lot of divine energies that are coming in. The moon is divine energies with Chiron, unhealed wounds. It's time to heal self. You see, it doesn't matter if you go to a psychologist, if you not process the things that the psychologist tells you and you don't fix your thinking in there, things is not gonna get fixed. All right. You can't just go to the healer and the healer says, like, here is the pill. It's gonna help you. It's also going to be a required part of you to do some work within this. Okay. So it's the same thing with the homeopathic. You see, when you go for a homeopathic medicine, in there you go to a doctor. What is it the doctor does? The doctor is go and talking to you and see a certain thing so he can find a diagnosis. And then he gives you what makes you sick. A little bit of the same thing. So you're gonna be looking at what makes you sick so you don't make it in there. That's the homeopathy. If you have not understand how the homeopathy works, okay, there is a study groups and so on and so on, and they go by the book. It's called Materia Medica. Very beautiful things in there. Okay. All right. 11 o'clock. The midheaven. It's gonna be to Virgo, right? Remind us about where the moon was the whole day. That was the ascendant, where the moon was there, but the moon right now it's much more further. We see these divine energies from Venus and Pluto that it's coming. It's about divine order to put it in that love, to put in that divine love and order, and it has to be looking at through those core wounds. Okay, core wounds, whether they are in the shadow. A lot of divine processes are happening the same thing, but right now the moon, it's like I see you, son. Okay, I see you, dear authority. I see you, dear intuition. What can we do? And now you see it that Mars is acting there. Now you see it, Uranus is acting there. Now you see the ascendant that says like going to the underworld, going into the shadow, But that Scorpio's energy investigates everything, these emotion processes, okay? That emotions of finding the core, okay? Finding it, the core. And here is at 12 o'clock, which is going to be a midnight energies. The midheaven is going to be with the moon. That energies of the sun is going to coming out. It's going to be that opposition. You're going to feel those energies in there. But it's the same time, there is answers. Okay. Everything is going to be full with lots of answers. And I'm suggesting you that you do that in there. Uh, Put your things in a perspective of to be a much better way, because when we wake up in the morning, all right, we're probably going to be waking up at 6 little bit. You're going to be seeing these energies here. Go to the bed with the divine order. Go in the bed with the idea of the healing. Don't thinking about the authority. Don't thinking about this um, causing too much problems. You already understand that is the problems. Okay, all you have to do is let it sink in. Allow the universe to be the mediator. Allow Mars to be the mediator. That is going to be that practicing of the wisdom from yesterday. Okay, guys, that's going to be the practice. You practice this, you're going to be having a good time. All right. Now I can take some few questions since so many of you are here. If you guys have so many questions, if not, we can close the sessions up here, and I will see you in it tomorrow. Okay, guys. But so nice to see so many of you here coming to the chat. I appreciate it, guys. I want to say thank you. Let me give you some lots of love. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate you, all of you guys, and I hope you're gonna have a great day. Wish you good luck with the growth. Wish you good luck with the growth. We're all gonna grow, right? Be love, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.